Josh, you want to tell some ghost stories?
As you all well know, used to work on a farm and it was very, very much haunted. If you deny that there's something ghostly in the world, then you're as bad or worse than a Halo Infinite supporter. But we saw all kinds of stuff. We never saw some woman with her mouth open coming towards us or anything that obvious, but we would see more subtle things. Like, I guess one of the most obvious things was a door handle turned and the door just slowly opened and there was nobody there.
Yes. A lot of people are going to say,
Yeah.
ooh, so scary. That happens all the time.
Okay.
Explain why this is not normal.
Okay, so number one, the latch was like this weird old farm door latch from the 1980s, and it only turns one way, right? It's not like a doorknob or something that can only be half shut. It's like a big heavy metal latch that goes into a latch on the door. You just do a half turn with it to open it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not something that can be turned accidentally. But okay, so let's say it accidentally did get turned. Well, it was a commercial chicken farm, and if you don't know anything about those, there are these heavy ventilation fans that are constantly cooling the chickens so they don't get too hot and the dust and dander doesn't build up too bad in there, and it causes a vacuum effect in the houses. So if you open that door halfway and then let go of it, it's going to pull slam shut because of the vacuum effect.
Exactly.
All right. So those fans were on and the latch was shut, and I sat there and watched the handle get not a gradual turn, but suddenly get turned, and then the door slowly open and then shut back.
Mm-hmm.
Like somebody walked out of it and then shut it back.
That was the house that I usually worked in by myself, and I see it start to open, and I think, oh, that's weird. You know, Josh, I didn't think Josh was working in the back of this house. I thought he was in the other one. So I stand there watching it for a minute, kind of with my mouth open, and then I get up and look towards the back of the chicken house, and Josh is nowhere in sight. There's nobody there but a whole bunch of chickens. You know, there's no chicken somehow gradually opening the door handle. No. And the second time it happened, Josh witnessed it. So I was very happy to hear that I wasn't the only one that it happened to.
I've seen it happen. All right, and here's a weird factoid about it. The activity intensified when we sold the property. Like, in the period between us selling and the new buyers taking over, the activity really intensified. You would maybe see something crazy and unexplainable maybe once every 2 or 3 years. And once, when we sold the place, like 8 or 10 things happened in 1 year. It was just a really weird place because you could go long periods of time with nothing too crazy happening. You know, you might look over your shoulder or feel like somebody was watching you, that kind of stuff. But
I know who the killer is. He's got orange hair. He's back there.
Okay. I will not go that direction then.
I saw feet once while I was working. See, that's the creepy thing. That same house where the door opened up on its own is the same house where everything creepy would always occur. Stuff would happen on the whole property, but that house in particular gave you a very uneasy feeling. Josh, how can you explain, you can probably explain it better than me, like the setup of the corner that I was working in when I saw the feet under the cart?
Well, yeah, it's just kind of like a boxed in. Oh my god! It's an Asian
girly.
man.
I thought, isn't that a girl?
It looks like an Asian
It's a girl.
man.
She juked me.
Well, it looks like some kind of kung fu guy or something. I don't know what I was saying.
Anyway, continue explaining.
Okay, so like the situation she's in, if you can imagine, if you will, that you're like boxed in on 3 walls, but the 4th wall is empty, and you have like this cart sort of thing pulled up to you, but the cart has slots in it that you can see through on the 4th side.
We load all the eggs onto the cart.
Yeah, you gather the eggs and slide them in trays onto the cart, is why the cart has slits in it, but it's hard to describe if you've never seen one. But anyway, you'll have to tell the rest of the story from there because I didn't see it. That's the setup.
That's the setup. We have the cart pulled up to the machines. The eggs come down conveyor belts, and you stand in pits and pick the eggs, put them in trays, load them onto the carts. And I'm in the pit in the corner, and I can see like through the slots, as Josh described, I can see feet. They look like shoes
Yeah,
that an
just
old man
like-
would wear to church on Sunday.
Like old man moccasin Oxford type of shoes, I guess.
Yeah. So I see these shoes. Oh, Josh, I think the killer. Yeah, Josh, the killer is this blue and red RBG looking thing.
Okay.
So the chicken houses had these big kind of barn sliding doors. So there's one side door on each chicken house, and then the front doors, which are like barn doors that slide open.
Yeah, and the barn doors latch from the inside.
Exactly. So I would definitely hear or see those doors open. There was an elderly neighbor that would come down every few weeks to get some eggs. And I thought it was him because no one else really wears those shoes that would be coming in the egg room at that time of day. His name's Kenneth. I thought, oh, that must be Kenneth. So I got up out of the pit, turned the corner to say, oh, hey, Kenneth, and nobody's there. And the shoes were heading towards our cooler room. That's where you would push the egg carts. I see that the cooler doors are closed, so I think, well, that's weird. Kenneth wouldn't go close himself in the cooler. And I open up the door. Kenneth isn't inside. No one is inside the cooler. I'm in the egg room alone. No one else is in there. That was one of the times where I really, really got scared. You know, sometimes you would see shadows and you would feel like you were being watched, or you would feel this eerie negative presence. When that happened, I really felt an intense fear. You know what you see. I didn't see a shadow. I didn't see a fly. I saw men's feet, specifically old men go to church shoes, you know?
Yeah.
I really had trouble
Yeah.
telling that story. I'm losing all my brain
You
power.
got it out. You got it out finally. There was just stuff around that place that I don't care how much of a skeptic you are. You just cannot. There's nothing that you can come up with that could convince me there wasn't something funky going on there.
Right.
You know, whatever you want to say it is arguable, but it wasn't human error.
No.
You know, it wasn't hallucinations or gas leaks or whatever.
Yes.
You know, all the goofy people like to say that ghosts are, and I know that a lot of ghost stories are BS sometimes, but like the stuff we would see wasn't.
Right. I remember telling several of my friends at the time. I think it was the shoe incident actually, and I told them, and they told me I was just tired. I was so angry. I didn't, blow up on them or anything.
Yeah, because see, a thing about it is just about every time that one of these incidents would happen, it would be you're not creeped out or waiting for something weird to happen or anything like that. You're just working in your own little world, and something so crazy happens that it pulls you out of it, and you have to sit there and think, what?
With your mouth dropping open.
Yeah, it's not, you're not sitting there with Zach Bagans.
Zach Bacon's energy.
Yeah, trying to instigate wanting ghost stuff to happen. You're like going about your average work day, and then all of a sudden something kooky happens
Right.
that just has no explanation.
Exactly. You're not just sitting around waiting for some ghost thing to happen. You're not like cooking up something in your mind, getting paranoid. You're not thinking about anything really. You're just like, gosh, I want to go home. How many more eggs? The eggs won't end.
And you're also not standing around sleep deprived, huffing on a natural gas line.
No.
It's just like weird stuff happened, and I don't know how you explain it, but it happened.
Exactly. My mom won't. She refuses to believe that there was a ghost presence over there because she worked there for over 20 years, the same as we did, but she never experienced anything. So anytime me and Josh are like telling them spooky odd ghost stories, she just rolls her eyes and she's like, y'all are so silly, and just doesn't believe
Yeah,
us.
like we're making it up. It's just,
She's the skeptic in all the horror movies. Like,
yeah, she would be the person that, like, when you wake up and that's written in blood on the mirror, "Get out," she'd be like, "Oh, this is so silly."
Yeah.
You know, that's her character.
Our employee, he's a whole nother story. I love him.
Yeah.
Josh, try to explain him to the viewers, not to go off topic, but just explain him.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard. If you've ever been in the deep south, there's this sort of culture that comes from the olden days. He's this old dude who's like so not in society,
Mhm.
you know. He's a very timid, very soft-spoken, nervous type of person. But oh boy, bro, whacked you.
I thought you were the killer, honestly. I was scared of you.
Soft-spoken, but also they have a bunch of weird superstitious beliefs. Like, for instance, one of the oh man, he got me. One of the things that he believed was that there were witches that just like lived all around you in society at any given moment, and that they could turn into dust and go through your keyhole.
Mm-hmm.
He believed it like not like he actually believed that was a thing, and that they could transform into cats, and that like if you beat the cat out of your house, that the next day you'd see some woman walking around all black and blue because she was the cat.
I remember
Yeah.
that story.
He believed this stuff, and
Mhm.
there are still people around who believe this kind of crazy superstitious stuff, but he was also really scared of ghosts and stuff, as you can imagine.
Yeah.
And it might be this guy. Might have seen it from a glitch, possibly. This man right here, I seen a sword go into his hand for a quarter of a second.
I don't know if it's him because I hear people getting killed and he was
Oh, yeah.
AFK.
Yeah, it's not him. But yeah, he believed in all the ghost stories because of all his superstitious beliefs.
Yeah. And, not many people get to know someone like him.
No, it's really a throwback. Like, if you could imagine some of those oddball NPCs from like The Witcher 3, if you've ever played that, some of those backwoods kind of, like, he made me think of, oh my god, he made me think of the Peller. If anybody remembers the Peller, that's kind of what this guy was like.
He always believed the stories. Like, he was a real one. So say what you want to about him, but he was a real one. And he always showed up for work. I mean, he was just a genuine person. And not many people in today's society meet someone like that.
Extremely honest, and extremely like I don't know, like had this rule of ethics that he operated by, and wouldn't deviate from that in any way. But like yeah, just interesting that people like that still exist.
Yeah. I mean, I'd say most people in the city will never, not to say they'll never, but it's just uncommon that they're going to meet someone like that, Where's the other person? I saw another person with a bow.
With a bow.
Yeah. It's that fox over there. I gotta be strategic. Oh! He almost got me.
Got him!
Now there's one more person. I gotta find him.
Got him. I gotta see where they are.
Don't tell me, of course. Not that you would, but
I'm gonna tell you and ruin your reputation.
my reputation. Get me banned again.
Yeah. It's Ed Sheeran. When your legs don't work like they used to before. Look at that mouse.
Yay!
My God.
Hey, little mouse.
What a specimen.
I was going to tell another ghost story, but then got distracted because I was murdering. Also, I wanted you to explain. I won't name Josh.
Just for his own superstition.
And I always refer to him as our employee, but sometimes I feel like that's kind of, I don't know, rude to just refer to him as that.
It's for his privacy, so as not to dox a body, as he would say.
Exactly. He always called me Janice. So, how many years did he work for us?
Good many, like 8 or 10 probably.
Yeah, he worked for us for a long time, and for some reason he always called me Janice, which was funny. Just so y'all know, because sometimes when I'm editing, anytime I've told stories and mentioned him while editing, I'm like, I hope nobody thinks I'm like arrogantly saying our employee. I don't say his name on purpose because I don't want to out him, but he was a real one. And
he never saw any ghosts though.
Yeah, he told Josh one day, he said, if I ever do see something over here,
He said he was going to take off running home and leave his car and never come back.
and he was serious, like,
Yeah,
bro
like that.
wasn't joking.
He also said the same thing if he got sprayed by a skunk, that he would run straight home and leave his car and never come back.
Instead of saying y'all, he would say Yornses.
Yeah.
I want Yornses to know.
Yeah, he had lots of like old worldisms, you know.
Very rare in today's
Yeah,
society.
just stuff that's like kind of dead in society.
Yeah, we talk about how really grateful we are to have met someone like him and just. Oh, not the girl at the table seeing it.
I couldn't leave any witnesses.
Oh, Josh is cooking. But we are grateful to meet someone like that and just, have him in our lives.
Yeah, it's true. Like you said, it's just like not everybody gets an opportunity to meet such pleasant weirdness.
He was really.
Sorry, Sonic.
Oh, I'm not even. Oh, there you are. All right, Josh, you're in a big open room. You got to be careful.
I do.
Mm-hmm. Look at Josh go. He's cooking.
Cooking. I got to get all them girlies.
Oh my goodness. What are you doing, bro? I'm rooting for Josh, but what were you doing that whole time?
He just watched it all happen.
Yeah, I don't want to say anything, but oh my gorge. Oh my goodness,
Got
Josh got him. He was the guy I was talking about.
Got one more somewhere.
Oh no, that was GG though.
Yeah.
That was GG. Josh did really good.
Yay. I cooked.
You did cook.
I know I have to start with you too.
I wasn't expecting you either.
If it's gonna be you, if it's gonna be a successful run, I've got to get you out of the way.
You and our employees whistling story. I told you before.
Heard a whistling man. I think I have too. I think I've detailed it before. But like, oh man, there's so much weird. Okay, here's one that I don't think we've ever told. We had a friend of the family that would come over, or he did come over one time to help us install some equipment and stuff. And he got there way before we did, like early in the morning. And we got there later, and he was just like sitting on a rock, looking pale as a ghost himself.
Mm-hmm.
And we asked him, well, what's the matter? What happened? And he said, because there was this big like pasture down from where the actual poultry houses were, and he said, well, all morning long I've been hearing a woman down there screaming for help. And I keep going down there looking, and every time I go down there, it stops.
Mm.
And then I come back up here and try to forget about it, and it starts back again.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been going on for hours and hours.
Bro said she was screaming for her life. Like, these are guttural screams.
Like somebody screaming for her life, and he never could make out like where exactly it was coming from.
Mm-hmm.
Or because he was like an EMS guy, so like he would have
Yes.
been very well qualified to help any problems, but like it was just like deathly screaming that was coming from nowhere out in the middle of the pasture. So like, I guess you could come up with explanations for that, but just one more to add to the pile.
He was very no nonsense too. One of the most best
he
people
was
you
one
could
of the-
ever meet in life.
Yeah, one of the most no nonsense, like would never make something up like that kind
No.
of people. Just very straightforward and all business,
Right.
that kind of person. Like really a nice guy, but not somebody who would ever make up a story like that to mess with you.
Or be that scared or pale.
Yeah, bro was shook up.
Like, for this
Bro,
man to be pale and shook, something must have really scared him.
I think we're running out of steam. I think this has to be the last one. Oh, I say that right as somebody buries a sword in my skull.
I got
Yay!
revenge.
Instant revenge!
Yay! I thought it was you. For a little
That
bit,
zoomed
I
in
thought it
right
was
as it was
you.
happening.
Sadly, I didn't get to save girl. I wanted to, but she died just a second before I got bro. But hopefully y'all enjoyed our our Halo
Our
rant, our gaming rant, our ghost stories.
our babbling nonsense, our hot takes, our controversies, our our return to Minecraft murder mystery, our nonsense babbling, our sleepiness, our mindfulness and demurality. Heck yeah, you know it, baby.
You know it, baby. We are demure, mindful, no nonsense, totally not cooked.
Totally not insane. Anything that you throw at us, we're rubber, you're glue, and yeah,
The killer's right behind me.
yeah. What in the world is this ice cream popsicle person?
I don't know. I don't think I've seen them, but the killer is blue and he's got like a derp face and he almost killed me. We got to try to get him,
Okay.
Josh, before we end.
Okay, look for the ice cream woman.
Okay.
I'm gonna chase the ice cream woman like I'm the killer.
Josh
Oh,
is
is
going to
that
get killed.
is that is that the blue dirt face thing?
You'll know him if you see him, probably.
Is he wearing a cape?
I don't remember. I know he's navy blue and he's got a derp face. And he
Yeah,
almost killed me.
that was probably it.
Oh, he's upstairs.
Oh my god.
Ooh, somebody got him. GG.
Yeah, who could have got him, I wonder?
Josh got him.
I got him. He wasn't trying very hard. He could have killed me if he had wanted to.
GG's to Josh, y'all. Everybody go check out Josh's channel. Drop him a like. Check out his videos. We've got tons of phasmophobias to watch.
If I get 100 subscribers, I will start uploading videos again.
I'm going to take you to the
Yay.
hub with me.
Okay.
Happy B-Day to celebrate the Hive's 6th birthday. You've been given a green party hat and Happy B-Day hub title. Wow, I didn't know
Yay.
it was their birthday today. That's cool. Josh,
There's-
you know we have to play again to get the rewards. I hate to tell you.
Oh no.
Sadly, our business isn't
No.
finished. You may
No.
think we're done for tonight.
No. No.